Hi everyone, it's me Jo, and I'm so excited to be back with you after a huge break, but here we go today with another one of my surgery series videos. Today I'm going to be talking through all I've been working on last year and talking a little bit about weight loss, so I hope you guys enjoy. Now let me start by saying, oh my god, I've been a little bit kind of anxious to get this video done because I've got a brand new studio set up and everything has been a bit haywire trying to find one of the lights, but hey, what can we do? We just have to keep on pushing through. I hope you guys like the setup. There's one more thing that I want to do, which is sound. I just want the sound to be a little bit more concise and you guys can hear me a little bit better. But apart from that, hopefully you guys will see a massive difference. That's pretty much all I can do to upgrade. I think I've got the best that you can get, and there will be a behind the scenes of all the stuff that I've got in my lighting kit, because I've actually partnered with an amazing photography studio brand and they've created a JH beauty kit because she's gorgeous. So let's talk about all the procedures I've been working on so far. So I've been really excited to partner up with Dr. Sarah at TLC. Now you may know her from YouTube, but I wanted to give her a quick mention at the start of this video because we were speaking about symmetry at the beginning of last year, and I was talking through the ideas I had with changing my aesthetic. Now, I really got to the goals I wanted to get to in 2016, but in that year, I actually lost a lot of weight. I was really into healthy exercise and I had a mini gym in my apartment, so I would work out every day and I would eat super healthy. Obviously, I'm vegetarian, vegan, if you will. Vegetarian on this current diet, which we'll go into in a second, but I've been pretty much vegan most of my adult life. It was just easy for me to get super in shape. But then the problem with that is you actually lose the fat in your face. Now, this is another issue because I've worked so hard to get the symmetry in my face right that when I did lose weight, I didn't like the aesthetic. So I've really come up with this super duper plan to kind of keep the softness in my face, but lose the weight in the rest of my body. And it really was a kind of a long-winded strategy, if you will. One of the procedures I really wanted to do is actually Aqualyx. Now, Aqualyx is something that is brand name familiar here in Europe, but actually in America it's a different brand. It's like Kybella. Now it doesn't mean there's different mechanisms in how it works, it just means different companies own it. It's basically a bile, it works like an acid and it destroys fat. I'm not going to go into the whole full scientific details, but the basis of it is it breaks down fat. Can you get it all over your body? No, you cannot. The reason for this is once it breaks down the fat, your body has to actually flush it out of your system, so you can only do bit by bit. It's normally used for small areas of fat in the arms, or if you have issues maybe with, I think you can do it strategically with cellulite, but don't quote me on that. You have to be a real expert to do it, but you can definitely do it with the double chin area here. Now, I definitely don't think I have a double chin. I just don't think my chin looked as fabulous that used to because I put on a little weight to create a softer face. Now, in this last year, I actually had a bit of a stupid kind of work schedule when it came to things I was doing in front of the camera, because I really wanted to test myself and see if I could do things without really focusing on my social media, just doing things like charity work and new beauty campaigns. And I've had a really busy year in terms of that sort of stuff. But I forgot about one of the campaigns I had booked because I actually had the Glossy Box campaign when I'd got this treatment done, and the downtime of this treatment is quite significant. You really end up looking a little bit like a bullfrog. It's not something that is a straightforward procedure. You swell up extremely and you have to really kind of wait for it to go down. It feels sore. It feels like you've got almost like a pocket of jelly under your jawline. And I think it hurt a little bit more than any other procedure I've had done to my face with injections. It's not something that I think you should go into lightly because the results also aren't immediate, but it is something I wanted to investigate for you guys. So this procedure was also a bit of a mistake because just after I got this treatment done, I actually had to rush off to go to Instagram. It was an awesome chance to get to know a little bit more about the algorithm for Instagram, and it kind of solidified my decision that that wasn't something that I necessarily wanted to do. I thought it was more for people that are into kind of like a monopoly money mindset, and I'm not really about that. So I didn't actually go forwards with what I was planning to do with my Instagram, which was try and use it almost like my YouTube. But that's another story altogether. We can get in with a different video. Anyway, long story short, I was swollen up ridiculously, and then I had to go off a couple of weeks later to the top of the country. I live in the UK, if anyone doesn't recognise my accent, and shoot a campaign on video. So I looked absolutely ridiculous and not my normal glamorous self, but it was definitely worth it in the long term. So Who cares? So as you can kind of see today, I could pretty much go back for another treatment, but I've been doing a lot of work on my diet and exercise really to just try and get my body back to where I want it to be. But the process that I kind of wanted to go through was if I could dissolve the areas of fat that I didn't like, then when I would lose weight, it would kind of change the dynamic of my fat proportion. So instead of actually thinking about it like you kind of inflate all over like a tire, you have to really think about which areas you put on weight the most in. I'm really happy with the results. I think they were an interesting treatment to try out for you guys. For all the Europeans out there, Aqualyx is the alternative to Kybella, which is only available in the US, just to do with legislation and branding and things of that nature. So if you wanted to get that treatment, you've heard about that treatment, I think it works, and Dr. Tonks does want me to go through another actual treatment, which I think would be great, just to create that final finish. But you do have to repeat treatments. It's not going to see an immediate result, and it does have a lot of downtime, so you have to really work out in your schedule when's best to do it. So apart from that, what else has been going on? Well, I've been doing a diet. I've been on a diet kind of inspired by the ketogenic diet. So the ketogenic diet is something that I think a lot of people have become accustomed to because there's been a lot of news surrounding it. It's where you basically remove all carbs and sugar from your diet, but you replace it with fat. So you up your protein, you up your fat, and it's very difficult to do if you do not eat meat, because there's a lot of ways you can introduce meat as a replacement for carb heavy things. You can't necessarily do that with vegan or vegetarianism because the meat replacements aren't always that protein rich. Some of them are now, but they're not all. So I am vegetarian at the moment, which is a bit of a pain for me because in the winter, if I do have any kind of dairy, my skin goes really bad. Eczema skin, which is not great. But I've been coping with it, and I've been doing this for nearly a month and a half, and I've basically lost all the weight I needed to lose, which I'm so happy with. And it just involved cutting out all the sugar and upping coconut oil and things, and crazy amounts of random things on vegetables, olive oils, more than I would normally use, and things like that on salads. But it's been really great, and I'm now coming off of it, and I'm just going back to veganism and just cutting out more of those carbs. So it's been a really great one for me to do. I wouldn't advocate the keto diet to anyone out there. I think it's a case-by-case situation, and I was in no way a large person to begin with. I just wanted to lose a little bit of weight I put on doing my cooking wonder. If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, I have been doing a lot of vegan recipes on my website, and it will be coming to a brand new website soon. But one product you can actually use which has really helped me is called Juniper Life, and this is the Juniper Life Empower. So this mechanism is basically like a mouth spray. It's kind of like something you would use almost like a throat spray, but it's actually like a holistic blend of gorgeous ingredients that help you stop your sugar cravings. Now, I must admit, I don't like sweet things anyway. I do not like cakes, do not like sugar. I never put sweet things in anything I eat. I probably would never eat anything that was too sickly. I hate chocolate. Ugh, not for me. I don't even like too sweet fruits. So I'm not a sweet tooth that I constantly crave sugary things. But if you did want to cut out sugar and carbs as a new healthy start to the new year, this is actually one of the processes that you can do to aid that. So in this is actually got Gynema sylvestre extract, peppermint oil, which is great for your breath, guarana seed extract, 5-HTP, biotin, which is vitamin B7, chromium picolinate, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous mix. Now, those just probably sound like random words to you, so let me just break them down. They assist with your blood sugar levels, they assist with your hunger levels. B-vitamin 7 is fantastic also for converting things into energy, I believe. And peppermint oil just gets your breath right. It's gorgeous. So if you did want to actually use this, so what you do is you spray 2 to 3 times. Anytime you have a craving, keep it in your purse. It's very subtle and it's easy to do. And it blocks sweet taste, stops sugar cravings, and prevents stress eating. 60 servings in this, and it's a great one to do. I have a coupon code for anyone out there that wants to grab this. I used it in combination to get my weight back in order, and it was really easy to do. So please check that out in the links below, and I'll see you all in my next video.